एज LoP मेरा अधिकार बनता है कि मैं जा सकता हूं, मगर तब भी वो मुझे रोक रहे हैं। हम सिर्फ संभल जाना चाहते हैं, देखना चाहते हैं वहां क्या हुआ, लोगों से मिलना चाहते हैं, मगर हमारा जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अधिकार है, मेरा जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अधिकार है, उसको मुझे दिया नहीं जा रहा है। तो यही है, नया हिंदुस्तान है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को खत्म करने का हिंदुस्तान है, अंबेडकर जी के कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को खत्म करने का हिंदुस्तान है, मगर हम लड़ते रहेंगे।
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You just saw Rahul Gandhi sitting atop his car, flashing the Lal Kitab, the Constitution of India, which he carries as his personal copy wherever he goes. And it has become a part of his political optics, his persona. Leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, he fumed that his rights were being trampled upon because he wasn't being allowed to march to Sambhal to meet the families of violence victims. But let's pan the cameras a bit and show you the plight of the common man. Thousands of cars can be seen stranded at the Delhi-UP border at 11 a.m. this morning when Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and their cadres reached the police-blocked the highway, leading to hours of chaos and complete traffic coming to a halt. Adding to the woes of commuters, Rahul Gandhi got off his car and argued with police officers, though they explained to him that the DM has not given permission to enter Sambhal. Rahul Gandhi was unrelenting and adamant. Hundreds of Congress supporters can be seen trying to breach barricades in a bid to forcibly march towards Sambhal. This is how Rahul Gandhi brought the Sansad storm to the Sadak. While Rahul Gandhi today is being projected as the savior of Sambhal, isn't it ironical that Sambhal wasn't even on his parliamentary agenda over the last 6 days? The Congress and its one-point agenda was the Adani issue in Parliament. It took Rahul Gandhi almost 8 days to even try and visit the location of Sambhal, where violence took place on the 24th of November. Why rise up now? In fact, Akhilesh Yadav was the first one to champion the cause of Sambhal. He raised it in Parliament yesterday during 0 hour and even sent a delegation 5 days back. Perhaps that's why today the Samajwadi Party is asking Rahul Gandhi, why so late? BJP has mocked the rivalry of the Intra-alliance partners, saying it's the race for the radical vote. This is in clear reference to the made in Pakistan bullet shells recovered from the site of violence 11 days later. Watch how, after Sambhal violence, politics over it continues to rage on.
पार्लियामेंट में उठा नहीं रहे, वहां जा रहे हैं। पुलिस तो वहां किसी को जाने ही नहीं देगी। लोग फॉर्मेलिटी कर रहे हैं।
सदन के पटल पर सहयोगी दलों की साथ में लेने की असफलता के बाद आज राहुल गांधी जी उस विवशता में एक रस्म अदायगी करने के लिए उत्तर प्रदेश के संवेदनशील इस समय जो क्षेत्र है वहां संभल में जाने का प्रयास करते नजर आए। दोनों पार्टियों के बीच हो रही अपने कोर वोट बैंक की प्रतिस्पर्धा से प्रेरित यह प्रयास है।
राहुल जी नेता प्रतिपक्ष हैं, उनके संवैधानिक अधिकार होते हैं, वो बाकी लोगों से अलग होते हैं, उनको रोका नहीं जा सकता।
समाजवादी पार्टी और कांग्रेस पार्टी में इस बात की होड़ लगी हुई है कि मुसलमानों का सबसे बड़ा हमदर्द कौन है, और संभल जाकर के वो क्या कर लेंगे। उत्तर प्रदेश की कानून व्यवस्था चुस्त और दुरुस्त है।
While Rahul Gandhi was fighting a pitched battle at the border in the Lok Sabha, Congress Member of Parliament Mohammad Javed complained about Rahul Gandhi getting blocked from entering Sambhal. But the chair speaker at that time, Jagdambika Pal, took a sharp swipe, asking when the House is in session, what is the leader of opposition doing outside it? Watch the Sambhal storm in Sansad.
आज बहुत अफसोस की बात यह है कि LoP साहब संभल जा रहे थे, उनको रोका गया। ये सरासर बर्दाश्त नहीं है। ये मोहब्बत के लिए गए थे, पीसफुल हाउस चल रहा है, जायजा लेने के लिए गए थे सर, उनको रोकना जायज नहीं है। बाहर क्या कर रहे हैं इसको रोकना जायज नहीं है। LoP को हाउस में रहना चाहिए, जायज नहीं है।
Of course, this isn't the first time Rahul Gandhi has marched for a cause. Rahul and Priyanka both marched in 2020 to Hathras to meet the murder victim's family. He even met the family of 9-year-old rape and murder victim in Delhi. Last year, he visited Manipur to meet the victims of ethnic conflict. But the BJP has pointed out this is vulture politics over only BJP-ruled states. They have raised the question on why Rahul Gandhi did not visit Kalakurchi in Tamil Nadu after the Hooch tragedy where 50 people lost their lives. Why didn't he visit Sandesh Khali victims in Bengal? Why didn't he lend his shoulder to the family of the RG car rape victim? So, ladies and gentlemen, the Motorola legitimate question that we are asking on the Newshour tonight: is this Rahul Gandhi's hunt for such, or is it just a political photo op? That's the question and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at night, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Shehzad Poonawala, national spokesperson of the BJP, Ishkaran Bhandari, advocate, Waris Pathan, national spokesperson of the AIMIM, Ameek Jamai, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Vivek Srivastava, political analyst. But my first question goes to Tehseen Poonawala, Congress supporter, and Tehseen Poonawala. Late ho gaye Rahul Gandhi? Not in the traffic today, but the Samajwadi Party was sending its delegates on the 30th of November. Today is the 4th of December. Is Rahul Gandhi making up for a lost cause and lost time? Because he was stuck on the issue of Adani's in Parliament. It is Akhilesh Yadav who picked up the issue of Sambhal, and which is why Ram Gopal Yadav ji is saying, पार्लियामेंट में तो उठाया नहीं, संभल क्या करने गए? और उन्होंने ये भी कहा कि पुलिस तो वहां जाने नहीं दे रही। राहुल गांधी जी जा कहां रहे हैं? तहसीन पूनावाला।
Thank you, Navika ji, for having me on the show. Good evening to you, to all my fellow panelists, and to all your viewers. There are 3 broad issues that you've raised, and I'd like to answer all 3 of them. Number 1, you said that Section 144 or under the BNS 163 is in place. In my particular case, in the Supreme Court, my case, the Honorable Supreme Court has said, and I'm reading from my case, that powers under this section cannot be exercised arbitrarily by the magistrate in mere suspicion or apprehension of danger. It must be proved that there's a genuine apprehension of danger, not a mere tendency or likelihood of imminent danger, and political leadership cannot be stopped. Now, this is with regards to Kashmir, etc., but this is in my case. Now, let me come this. So this 163 was anyways is wrong, which now let's give credence to the second thing, which the Honorable Speaker Jagdambika Pal today said, why is Rahul Gandhi ji, Parliament is on, not raised in Parliament? A question you raised. All right, Parliament is on, Rahul Gandhi ji is wrong. We start our debate saying Rahul Gandhi and Akhilesh Yadav are wrong. But the SP delegation that went, that time the assembly was not on. Why were they stopped? Now the third part we've come to is because Pakistan made shells are found. You've alluded to that. You've said that, and the Uttar Pradesh police has said that. Now, ma'am, Pakistan is quite far from Sambhal. Sambhal is a few kilometers from Delhi. If Pakistan shells and perhaps even guns from Pakistan can reach Sambhal, the Honorable Prime Minister, Home Minister, and Defence Minister should come on your show, frankly speaking, and apologize to this nation and resign. So should Akhilesh Yadav ji, because the SP of Sambhal is on record saying outsiders came and they created this mayhem because the first time the survey took place, there was no such incidents. So if outsiders have come, stuff has been found from Pakistan, the Union Minister, Home Minister should resign, the SP should be suspended. And the last point I'm saying, the issue of Sambhal they tried to raise the issue of Sambhal in Parliament in Rajya Sabha. The Honorable Vice President and Chairperson of Rajya Sabha said, Murphy's Law, whatever bad can happen will happen, let go of it. So now my question is, if this is an incompetent administration both in Uttar Pradesh and in the center, why don't they resign? Ultimately, Rahul ji and Priyanka ji had said one thing, leave all the security, let Uttar Pradesh take Rahul ji alone. Let him take him alone to Sambhal. Why couldn't they take him alone? Leave all the security, leave everyone around.
No. Why do you want to go alone, Tehseen Poonawalla? Why can't you or Rahul Gandhi actually go with Akhilesh Yadav? सब कुछ ठीक नहीं है क्या फैमिली में? परिवार में गड़बड़ है क्या? तो अलग अलग क्यों जा रहे हैं? साथ चले जाते. Why is Ram Gopal Yadav ji saying पार्लियामेंट में नहीं उठा रहे, वहां फॉर्मेलिटी करने जा रहे हैं? हमने नहीं कहा. शहजाद पूनावाला जी, आपने कहा था.
See, Navika, first of all, what is happening is clear-cut case of who can be the Bade Mian and the Chote Mian in this competition for vote bank politics. And therefore, you are seeing that they have no mission or vision. It is only that in Tuštikaran who can be in the prime position. And therefore, today Ram Gopal Yadav ji's statement, forget convincing BJP, forget convincing Navika, forget convincing the people. Ram Gopal Yadav ji has said that instead of raising this issue in parliament, you are going and doing photo op politics today when everything has already been done by Samajwadi Party. Point number 2, they are saying about 163 which is 144. So please tell me, Tehseen Poonawalla, when Muzaffarnagar riots took place, at that time how many people Akhilesh Yadav government allowed from the opposition to visit Muzaffarnagar? In fact, Swargiya Mulayam Singh Yadav ji himself did not visit Muzaffarnagar. They were more busy in Saifai. So how much care they had for the Muslims, we all know. Thirdly, you are talking about, the constitutional adhikar of Rahul Gandhi. Well, constitutional position to nahi hai LOO ka, LoP ka. It is a statutory position, but constitutional adhikar, it was of the 80-year-old person who was standing at the barricade saying, I want to go for the antim sanskar in my family. I'm not being allowed. The Congress karyakartas were beating up the common person, and they were giving the trouble to the common man who wanted to reach Uttar Pradesh because they wanted to go when there was a clear-cut instruction that a judicial inquiry is taking place, and at the time of judicial inquiry, no person of influence can come and influence the witnesses or the other victims, and this is a well-known precept. But having said that, Tehseen Poonawalla, I want to ask you, you said that let him go alone with the UP police, what is the harm? Sir, you please tell me that in RG Kar, it is an India-alliance government. Why didn't Honorable LoP go there? Chalo, forget that. In Himachal, it is your government. When Hindus were beaten up by the police, why didn't your LoP go there? No requirement of any kind of police, any kind of 144. Forget that. Chalo, Kalakuruchi, 70 Dalits were killed. There the LoP, he's from ADMK, not from BJP, who only wanted to raise the issue within the assembly, he was suspended for 1 month, Navika. For raising the issue in assembly, suspended for 1 month. And here, they want to break the law of 163, 144, and they want to go. Fourthly, I am asking you that today only we have seen the khabar that in Tamil Nadu, 7 people have died. Why aren't you going there to express the solidarity? No. Palghar Sadhu, they were killed at the time of MVA government. Why haven't you gone? So please tell me, any time they have gone when the victim is a Hindu? No. Their only case is that when the victim is a Muslim, then for the vote bank politics, even when the autopsy report is saying very clearly that the firing was not done by the police, not one single statement for the police or for the injuries done on the police. And last and final statement I want to ask. What is the entire issue? The entire issue has come from the survey. The court ordered the survey. For them, the survey is illegal and unconstitutional. They said, aag laga denge. But when the Waqf claims any property, that is secular. They can have any claim, and in the case of Waqf, it can go 1500 years back. But in the case of the Hindu side, they cannot even go to the civil court. That the court should be barred. AIPLB has said that, and Congress spokesperson has said this. That he has gone for the petition in Supreme Court that the Hindu side cannot even go to civil court. ये इनका संविधान है. वाह, संवैधानिक अधिकारों की बात.
Well, Tehseen Poonawalla, traffic jams and Samvidhan in pocket really don't answer the question on why is Samajwadi Party saying that you are trying to take away the initiative from them only to make a point for a photo op. And this is not the BJP. This is the Samajwadi Party. Please respond to that charge.
I'll respond to your answer first, but I want to answer also what the BJP spokesperson said. Yes, Ram Gopal Yadav ji said something, but I think what Akhilesh Yadav ji said, and he's lended his complete credence and support to Rahul Gandhi ji. Like I said earlier, that the issue was to be raised in Parliament, and the Honorable Chairperson Rajya Sabha said whatever wrong can happen, can happen. It's okay if people are dying, whether it's Ram Gopal Mishra ji or the youngsters in Sambhal. To the point that the BJP spokesperson raised, why haven't you gone to Tamil Nadu, Himachal or any of these places? In none of these places was there a suspicion of Pakistan involvement. The SP of Sambhal has said outsiders came in, now Pakistani shells are found, which is why we're saying it's an incompetent UP government and an even more incompetent union government. Please come on, frankly speaking, with Navika and resign. Apologize to the nation, resign. That's why the LoP has
Give me a very quick counter to this.
Well,
very
frankly speaking, is not
very
required for tendering resignations. You have to only visit. You have to only visit the governor's
very quick
residence.
counter to this. Very quick counter. Tehseen, don't interrupt. Very quick counter to this. Now see, first Tehseen Poonawalla is saying something we didn't know. He's saying Akhilesh Yadav has one stand, Ram Gopal Yadav has other stand. This Amit Jamai should tell us if the party stand is different from uncle and Bhatija. Second point I want to ask very clearly is, look, Neha Hiremat was daughter of Congress leader. She was murdered broad daylight. The murderer was Fayaz. Because murderer was Fayaz, Rahul Gandhi never chose to go in their own state government where the parents were saying, come and visit us. The parents of the victim in Karhal have said that Samajwadi Party Neta has killed our Dalit daughter. There they don't want to go. Today, you know who Shailesh Yadav? Tehseen, do you know who Shailesh Yadav? Shailesh Yadav has been killed by a Muslim family. You will move your head like this. But Muslim family has killed because he wanted to marry Muslim girl. कितने लोग गए भाई पीडीए समाज के साथ है ना आपको?
Well, this is not about just shifting the blame. Amit Jamai, I want to ask you the question. ये क्या कंपटीशन चल रहा है इंडिया गठबंधन के अंदर? कौन पहले जाएगा, कौन मुद्दा उठाएगा? क्या राहुल गांधी आज जानते थे, बिकॉज 30 नवंबर को समाजवादी पार्टी का डेलीगेशन नहीं जा पाया, उसके बाद यूपी चीफ जो कांग्रेस के थे 2 दिन पहले जाना चाहते थे, नहीं जा पाए, आज फिर राहुल गांधी अटेम्प्ट कर रहे थे? क्या इसलिए अटेम्प्ट कर रहे थे क्योंकि कल पार्लियामेंट में उन्हें कोई भी सब्जेक्ट उठाने का मौका नहीं मिला, अडानी पर कुछ हुआ नहीं और संभल का मुद्दा अखिलेश जी ने उठा लिया? क्या इस वजह से कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ी सी स्ट्रेस में है कांग्रेस पार्टी?
देखिए, चाहे ममता दीदी हो, चाहे आदरणीय राहुल जी हो, चाहे आदरणीय अखिलेश यादव जी, हम तीनों लोगों ने 3 मुद्दों को भारत की संसद के सामने रखा, प्रधानमंत्री जी के सामने रखा। बांग्लादेश का मुद्दा ममता दीदी ने, टीएमसी ने उठाया, अडानी का मुद्दा कांग्रेस ने उठाया और संभल का मुद्दा समाजवादी पार्टी ने, हमने दोनों सदनों में उसकी कॉल दी। लेकिन इन तीनों विषयों पे प्रधानमंत्री के पास समय नहीं। प्रधानमंत्री सुनाए शायद आज चंडीगढ़ में तारीख पे तारीख बता रहे हैं। वैसे तो देखा जाए तो देश के मुखिया वो हैं। ये तीनों मुद्दे उनके लिए कंसर्न के होने चाहिए। मुझे ये बात समझ में नहीं आती है, नाविका मैम, आपने जिंदगी भर बहुत ही संजीदा सहाफत करी है। आप मुझे ये बताओ, संभल में सब कुछ नॉर्मल है, आज की डेट में कोई वहां क्लैश नहीं, ना उस दिन कोई क्लैश था। और जब आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ये कहते हैं कि मुसलमानों ने उनको वोट किया, तो दूसरे दिन वहां पे ऐसा क्या हो गया? और मणिपुर तो जब जल रहा था, आपने आदरणीय राहुल जी को 2 बार गृह मंत्रालय ने जाने का परमिशन मणिपुर में दिया। वहां सिविल वॉर का सिचुएशन था, आपने वहां नहीं रोका। संभल जाना चाह रहे थे, आपने उनको रोक दिया। उस रोकने पे माननीय अखिलेश जी ने कहा कि ये संभल में कुछ ऐसा अंदर चल रहा है जिसको उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार छिपाना चाहती है। आदरणीय अखिलेश यादव जी ने राहुल जी पे कोई कमेंट नहीं किया। और रही बात प्रोफेसर रामगोपाल जी की, मैं बहुत साफ कह दे रहा हूं, इंडिया अलायंस के वो एक वन ऑफ द फाउंडर मेंबर है, वो इस देश के बहुत सीनियर सोशलिस्ट लीडर है। वो आदरणीय राहुल जी के भी बड़े हैं, आदरणीय अखिलेश जी के भी बड़े हैं। मीडिया में उन्होंने ये नहीं कहा कि वो क्यों जा रहे हैं, ये नहीं कहा। तो आप इंडिया अलायंस के टूटने का मातम मनाते रहिए। हमारा ये पूछना है कि जब आज किसान दिल्ली में कूच करके घेर चुका है, प्रधानमंत्री जी कहां हैं? ये टिकैत का जेल में डाल के आप आंदोलन को रोक लोगे? संभल में 5 लोगों की हत्याएं करवा के आंदोलन को रोक लोगे? जब राहुल जी हाथरस में जाएंगे फौज लग जाएगी? हाथरस में कौन सा मुसलमानों का मुद्दा था? मुख्यमंत्री नहीं गए। भाई, बहराइच का मामला ऐसा था कि बहराइच में मुख्यमंत्री खुद दंगाइयों के साथ खड़े थे। जो लड़का मारा गया, उस लड़के के परिवार को बुलवा के उसको सरकारी मदद दी गई, नौकरी की मदद दी गई। जहां सरकारें खड़ी होती हैं, जैसे आदरणीय ममता बनर्जी साहिबा आरजीकर मामले में वो हर दिन वहां पहुंच रही थी, तो वहां पे एलओपी जाने की क्या जरूरत है? जहां जरूरत होती है कि मुख्यमंत्री ना जाए, जहां कोई ना पहुंचे, तो हमारे
जो इंडिया गठबंधन के राज्य हैं वहां एलओपी के जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. इट्स ऑफिशियल नाउ. शहजाद पूनावाला, प्लीज रिस्पॉन्ड टू व्हाट अमीक जमाई हैज सेड, बट ऑल्सो रिस्पॉन्ड कि ये 12 दिन के बाद ये पाकिस्तान कनेक्शन कैसे निकल आया. एंड दे सेड द म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन हैज गॉट अ बुलेट केसिंग. ये 12 दिन बाद बुलेट केसिंग आती है इन सच एन इम्पोर्टेंट केस.
सबका जवाब दूंगा, बशर्ते कि अमीक जमाई को उसी प्रकार से सुनना पड़ेगा जैसे मैंने उनकी बात सुनी. उनकी आदत है कि वो बीच में बोलने लग जाता है. सुन लेना पड़ेगा पूरी बात. देखिए, सबसे पहले तो उन्होंने बोला कि हमने 3 मुद्दे उठाए. वाह अमीक जी, ऐसी यूनिटी जो डिबेट में दिखाते यही पार्लियामेंट में दिखाते. भाई वहां कांग्रेस अकेली खड़ी थी, वो पोस्टर लेके अडानी का, ना टीएमसी है ना सपा है. सपा के सांसद जियाउर रहमान बर्क, इकरा हसन, अखिलेश जी को पूछा गया अडानी पर कुछ बोलो तो उन्होंने बोला अडानी से बड़ा संभल है. यहां पर अमीक जमाई आकर दूसरा ज्ञान देंगे. राम गोपाल यादव जी कहेंगे कि पार्लियामेंट में उठाते नहीं है, वहां फोटो ऑप करने चले गए, और यहां पर आकर कुछ और कहेंगे. अच्छा, दूसरी बात उन्होंने कहा आरजीकर मामले में ममता बनर्जी हर रोज जा रही थी. अरे विवेक जी का जरा चेहरा दिखाना भाई. विवेक जी, ओ विवेक जी, मिस्टर विवेक, हाँ बताइए जरा. आरजीकर में तो बहुत अच्छा किया ना ममता दीदी ने. तो काहे लेफ्ट लीडर जा रहे थे रोज आरजीकर में? काहे अधीर रंजन चौधरी रोज जा रहे थे? और हाई कोर्ट और सुप्रीम कोर्ट और माता पिता ने बोला कि ममता बनर्जी हैज नॉट डन द जस्टिस एंड शी इज डूइंग इनजस्टिस. शी इज डिफेंडिंग संदीप घोष, शी इज डिफेंडिंग द रेपिस्ट. एंड नाउ मिस्टर विवेक शुड आंसर दैट वाज ममता बनर्जी डूइंग जस्टिस और वाज देयर अ क्राई फॉर प्ली फॉर द राहुल गांधी एंड फॉर अदर लीडर्स टू कम एंड दे डिड नॉट गो. लास्टली एंड फाइनली आई वांट टू आस्क दैट लुक, टुडे देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन, ओनली वन क्वेश्चन टू अमीक जमाई. कितने दिन बाद मिस्टर मुलायम सिंह यादव मुजफ्फरनगर गए? अमीक जी, बाकी इधर उधर मत जाना. मुजफ्फरनगर में तो कई ज्यादा लोग मारे गए ना. तो आपने कहा पुलिस ने मार दिया, जबकि ऐसा कोई सबूत प्रमाण नहीं है. ऑटोप्सी रिपोर्ट has come that they died from the katta firing of the desi gatta, which is 315 mm, not 9 mm, which UP police uses. But you tell me when Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav went to Muzaffarnagar. Tehseen, tell me when Mr. Rahul Gandhi went to the victims of Sikh riots. Jagdish Titler, you all defend even today. You all defend Sajjan Kumar even today. You all did Hashimpura, Bhagalpur, Meerut, Malyana, Delhi, Ahmedabad, Jalgaon, and you are sitting with Uddhav Thackeray, whom you accused of Mumbai riots. And you are giving gyan on how to give comfort for the riots victims.
Well, I want to ask वारिस पठान भाई. वारिस पठान भाई, ये राहुल गांधी को ज्यादा हमदर्दी है, ओवैसी साहब को कम हमदर्दी है? Because Rahul Gandhi today tried to go to Sambhal and he is accusing the government that they did not allow him to go. It is his constitutional right as an LoP to go to Sambhal. I want to ask you, are rights of other parliamentarians lesser or greater? Is there a measuring device which measures kiske kitne right hai? Over and above that, don't you see a sense of competition between the Samajwadi Party and the Congress on who's picking up the Sambhalpur issue more than the Sambhal issue more than the others?
Well, Navika, I would like you to extend to me the same courtesy which you gave to my fellow co-panelists. You did not interrupt anybody. So allow me some few minutes, I will make my points. First and foremost thing, I will start with the couplet. कुछ तो है राज जिसकी पर्दादारी की जा रही है संभल में. Why is the BJP stopping the political leaders and the social activities to visit Sambhal? What are they trying to hide? 5 Muslim youths have been murdered. They have been martyred. They want to go there, visit those families, meet them. Why is the BJP stopping them? Under what provision? Or today Waris Pathan wants to visit a particular place in my country. Will I have to take a visa to go there? Why political leaders? See, I am not a Congress spokesperson, but our party, if tomorrow I want to go, but party leaders want to go, I am sure we won't be allowed to go. Why? Why do they want to hide? Because now recently after 12 days they say Pakistani shells wahan se baramad hue. So I will ask them, if these Pakistani shells are coming there, if Pakistan is coming, what was the LIU doing? Was it not the responsibility of the LIU, the local intelligence unit, to see to it the administration that such things don't happen? Then what were they doing? They say mask pehen ke aa gaye, patthar leke aa gaye, hazaron. What were they doing? It is not a failure. To hide these failures There's a larger conspiracy. That is why the BJP and the RSS don't want the political leaders or the social activists to visit Sambhal. Now, Shehzad Poonawala was just talking about constitution. I would say, please stop talking about the constitution. Have you ever followed the constitution? The constitution says you have to follow the law laid down by the parliament. In parliament, a law was passed, places of worship Act 1991, that those structures, monuments, places of worship standing prior to 15 August 1947, you cannot change the nature or character of those places. The why survey is required? Why you want to go and enter into a survey to create an atmosphere of the Babri era? So you stop talking about the constitution. Now the third and important thing, Navika, which I would like to ask, we are asking for a judicial inquiry, judicial probe into the entire Sambhal incident, because we apprehended on 1911, a survey was taking place there, 4 p.m. an order is passed, 6:30 they go there, 45 kilometers away from the court, and they knew very well that the order will be in their favor only. They went there, everything was ready, they conducted the survey from 6:30 to 9:30, the survey team came out and they said, survey ho gaya. Now on 24/11, what was the need of the second survey if the first survey was peacefully done on 1911? Everything started from there. So there we say there was a larger conspiracy to it, and people gathered thinking that some water is coming out from the mosque. And advocate on record.
Aren't you spreading falsehoods, Waris Pathan bhai? Because on several debates it has been stated that this monument is under the Archaeological Survey of India, and whichever monument is under the Archaeological Survey of India is not covered by the Places of Worship Act. Why are you misguiding people? Why are you spreading canards? Isn't that a question that should be asked? But we have a lawyer. Shehzad, I'll come to you, but we have a lawyer on the panel and an advocate, Ishkaran Bhandari. Is Mr. Waris Pathan misleading the debate on this issue? Day after day when he says Places of Worship Act, is the Places of Worship Act applicable to the mosque in Sambhal?
Yes. It is there into existence. Application was moved for the ASI for right of way. Application was moved for right of way by the ASI.
Navika ji, you can't allow this.
Why did they?
You can't allow this. It's a question to me. I have to answer. Navika ji, I have to answer. It's a question to me.
I am not stopped by Navika.
All right. Ishkaran Bhandari. Ishkaran Bhandari.
I am still making my point. I requested for 10 seconds.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You can't, when you had enough time to make your point. Anyways, I want to come to the issue at hand, and let's not waste time in shouting, because I got my turn last, so don't interrupt me. Your first question is Mr. Waris Pathan misleading? It's very easy to know when Mr. Waris Pathan is misleading on this issue. Every time he opens his mouth, he misleads, because the facts in this case are extremely clear and have been debated for days on end. That A, it was a court order. Sitting here shouting in TV studios will not change the court's authority and the power to see a matter and order a survey, which can only be stopped if a higher court stops it. So let's stop having a debate on TV studio. It was a judicial order, not an administrative order, and that is sufficient. If you want details, we can have details also, but we have done it for days. I want to come on to the issues of Rahul Gandhi. Navika ji, we can't have this. This is not Sharia code that you will sit here and tell what is a bad order in law and what is a good order in law. The courts will decide that. Now coming to the issue of Rahul Gandhi going to
This is not your Nagpur
Rahul Gandhi days after the violence
say whatever you want to.
Because
this is not your Nagpur RSS also where you will go and say anything you feel like.
By vlogging, why do you have Navika ji, why does there have to be violence everywhere? On streets you don't want people to act as per law. On TV debates you get your time and then you impinge on everybody else's time. It's like the Waqf Act. Anytime we want to impinge, we will impinge on it. And I believe I'm not under Places of Worship Act that I cannot put my point across. Let's have a civilized debate on equal footing. Nobody interrupted him, no matter how much he was lying. I need to put the facts straight. Let me put the facts straight.
All right. Uninterrupted, Ishkaran Bhandari, I'm putting everybody's faders down. Ishkaran, make your point.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. On Rahul Gandhi going to Sambhal, let's compare apples with apples. The first issue is he is going after a religious issue led to violence. Did he go to Kanhaiya Lal in Rajasthan, a state ruled by Congress at that time, where Kanhaiya Lal ji was beheaded for a view? Did he go to Umesh Kole, where again an assassination
occurred because of religious reasons? No. But he chooses to go to Sambhal. If I was advising BJP, I would have said let him go, because he will make statements which will further expose him, because he selectively chooses places to go, and his selective choosing is very easily exposed by the people. Now coming to the second aspect, when Rahul Gandhi is going there, it's a sensitive area. Can the administrative ban it? Of course they can ban it, because it is not a murder case. There was a mob violence there. Mob violence packed by Pakistani bullets and also stones thrown from houses, rooftops. And any inflammatory statement can have a very bad effect and can lead to further violence. And there is a past of leaders from AIM making provocative statements. So in such an area, it is a duty to stop people from making provocative statements. That is why they're making. And last aspect, just the last point, because every time there is mob violence in Shaheen Bagh or in Sambhal, they say Yogi should resign and Prime Minister Modi should resign. Instead of shouting in TV studios and asking for resignation, please convince the people to vote for you and win an election. They will be out themselves. Because you can't do it, shouting in studios will not hide the facts, will not put people into dock. That era is over. Go on the ground, work. Don't be a vlogger or a podcaster. Be a politician on ground. Only then will anybody be replaced, not by shouting in TV studios.
Well, Vivek Srivastava, I want to ask you. Is this political tourism of the worst kind? Isn't this similarly the case of trying to score a point, as was done in the case of Hathras? I want to ask you, why does Rahul Gandhi not go to Sandesh Khali? Why does he not go to RG Kar? Why does he not go to Tamil Nadu? Even the cyclone has taken lives there. Forget the Hooch tragedy some months ago. I want to ask you, why is the concentration only on BJP-ruled states? And that too when he sees that somewhere he's losing ground to Akhilesh Yadav. So there is this competitive politics that pushes him to the UP border, literally putting thousands of people at disadvantage with the traffic jams. And not to forget the fact that the police had already told him that there will be no permission to go to that area till the 10th of December. Leader of opposition, if he is demanding his rights, should he not also go by what the law of the land says?
No, see, he's totally following the law of the land. Firstly, I mean, when we started the discussion, Shehzad Poonawala mentioned Bade Miyan, Chote Miyan. तो भैया छोटे मियाँ का तो गेम बजा दिया आपने शिंदे साहब का महाराष्ट्र में, और बड़े मियाँ बन गए चीफ मिनिस्टर. सुना है सुबह अस्पताल भी गए थे, हार्ट दिखा करके आए हैं. Anyway, moving ahead of that, it's very clear. Political tourism word आपने यूज किया. Even if it is political tourism, it is better than watching horror movies, sitting in the hall of the parliament like the honorable prime minister and the NDA members are doing. कम से कम जा तो रहे हैं. यहाँ तो बैठ करके कौन सी मस्जिद टूटी, किसने किसको मारा, किसकी ट्रेन. I mean, instead of watching movies like this, it is good that Rahul Gandhi is trying to go on the ground, trying to meet the people and trying to talk to them. कुछ काम प्राइम मिनिस्टर के लिए भी छोड़ दो शहजाद भाई. हर जगह राहुल भाई चले जाएंगे तो ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर क्या करेंगे? कुछ तो सोचिए. वक्फ बोर्ड and places of worship act are two different things. In Waqf board, the board was constituted by the government against the wishes of the Muslims at that time to keep government interference and the judicial interference into this big donation. In this particular case, two communities are not involved. One community is donating for its own religious cause. Whereas in places of worship act, there are two different communities and religions could be involved, multiple parties could be involved, and so that we do not have fights in the future, you say let's have a places of worship act, let bygones be bygones, let's move ahead in life.
Vivek Srivastava, आप क्यों नहीं राहुल गांधी, आप खुद चले जाइए, कोर्ट्स को भी आप ही चला लीजिए. There's no need for courts in this country. You can decide everything.
इसी पे जवाब.
But शहजाद,
देखिए वैसे तो मिसयूज किया जा रहा है. by selective lawyers are misusing the court.
Selective lawyers.
By mischievous writs that they are filing.
अच्छा चलिए विवेक जी, आपने बात रखी, मैं अपनी बात कर लेता हूँ. पहले तो आपको
selective lawyers and their teams to disturb the communal harmony of the nation are filing writs which are not congenial for the communal harmony of the
country. Now sir, let me answer. You have made your point. Let me answer.
अब आप बोलिए.
Thank you. First of all, I have not used the terminology of Bade Miyan. In fact, this paraphrasing was done by Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, who said that in Wayanad election, Priyanka Vadra has taken support of Jamaat-e-Islami. So if he has categorized Congress in a sense as political Bade Miyan, then are you refusing Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan's characterization? You tell me, you decide, you first ask. Maybe Sitaram Yechuri faction of Congress and Vijayanji faction of Congress are different. Sir, I did not interrupt you. Sir, I did not interrupt you. Sir, I did not interrupt you. Sir, I did not interrupt you.
Please.
Now, secondly, those who are talking about...
Okay, please.
Now, let's take the aspect that Mr. Vivek Srivastava said. He said that because there should not be any kind of conflict between communities, the POW Act came, and from 1947, 15th August, we have decided that the religious character cannot be changed. There was no changing of religious character, it was about determining. But having said that, then you make same thing that Waqf property also, no property before 1947 should be claimed by Waqf. You say that why they are claiming the mandir?
You use
they are claiming a mandir. Sir, don't interrupt. Sir, let me make my point. Sir, don't interrupt. Sir, Vivekji, don't interrupt. Sir, you are not allowing me to complete. Vivekji, this is not right. Vivekji, this is not right. Vivekji, you speak, but it's not right. Vivekji, you are speaking in my turn. Please, sir. Navika, let me complete my point. 20 seconds.
What claims lands in Tamil Nadu?
No, I'm not talking about lands. I'm not talking about lands. He has spoken about two communities being involved. I am talking about specific case where 1500-year-old mandir has been claimed. So, same principle you have applied for the POW Act. Why don't you apply for Waqf Act? Now, forget that. Let me move on. Now, Mr. Waris Pathan has said,
obviously,
that please,
no,
sir,
hold on.
Sir, let me complete the news. Navika, this is not right, Navika. Aise nahi hoti debate. There's so many things to answer, Navika. Please,
All right, one by one, let Shehzad complete his points. 30 seconds, Shehzad, make your point.
Now, Mr. Waris Pathan has spoken about constitution. So, supposing the Supreme Court or the court says that you can determine the character and a survey should be done, following that is against the constitution, but coming on the streets against a court-mandated survey is supposed to be with constitution. I want to ask only two questions. First of all, under the constitutional act that you are claiming, the ASI monuments are not covered. Secondly, the determination of religious character is allowed by the Supreme Court under the same constitution. And thirdly, आपने बोला कौन सी ऐसी पहरेदारी है, क्या है जिसको छुपाना चाहते हैं, हम भी तो वही पूछ रहे. सर्वे हो जाने दीजिए, दूध का दूध पानी का पानी. संभल में हरिहर मंदिर है या वहां पर कोई और स्ट्रक्चर है, दिख जाने दीजिए ना. ज्ञान वापी में सर्वे आया, क्या माने आप सर्वे को? सर्वे को माना क्या?
No,
वही लोग हैं जो सर्वे को नहीं मानते. That is the problem. आप छुपाना चाहते हो.
The question is about the misinformation that is being stated. 1 minute. When people raise the question about दूसरा सर्वे क्यों चाहिए था? अरे भाई, Places of Worship Act क्यों आना चाहिए था? खोदा जा रहा था, पानी निकल रहा था. The question is, why misinformation? Who wants Sambhal to burn and who wants to use it for politics? That is the question. Because there was only a survey. Nobody was digging anything, and there were always higher courts available for any legal recourse anybody wanted. But why was Sambhal allowed to burn? And why is there question only on one side for the administration? Why is there no word about those who were pelting stones, those who created arson? The question is, why are we, while doing politics, only looking for photo ops? When will we get to the real issue? That's the question. Well, we'll leave the debate there. Thank you very much to all my panelists for joining me on debate number 1.